Take a look
I'll
at
take it.
this. Look at what we
There
got
it is.
here,
Jesus
ladies
Christ.
and gentlemen. One, the only Nick Rekieta. Let me put
Yeah,
everything in perspective.
put me
Yeah,
down.
put me in
Yeah.
front of that chaos guy. You don't trust him at all. Got a robe on. What the hell is this?
I know,
I'm just
right?
kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Hey, thanks
I
for having me
literally just get
on.
out. I
Hey,
literally
thank
just get
you.
out the shower.
Thank you for showing up, Nick. I appreciate you showing up to my stream. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm having a little drink on a Monday night, which is not apropos, but a man's got to do what they got to do in this world.
Yeah, I know all about it. Don't worry about it. I have no judgments.
Hey, Nick, do you want to? You've just been in rehab, right? Or
Sort of. I was in outpatient
something like that.
recovery, but yeah.
So do you want to? I mean, what Karm's been doing for like the last 2 weeks or so. He's like he's on a drive to get monetized, and he's going to be monetized faster than anyone in the history of YouTube, I think. But but he's doing this whole balance of alcohol versus streaming and entertainment. Do you want to, maybe you could talk about, give him your thoughts on that? And Karms, if you want to drop me off, because this is big, man.
That's okay, Self. You're welcome here, but go ahead there, Nick.
Well, I just got a question, man. How do you think your stream's going tonight?
Tonight, it's a little wishy-washy so far, as you
fire.
have seen.
He's on fire, Nick.
I can tell. He's lit up, dude.
It's a weird dynamic. It's a weird dynamic to bring this out. I came
the
from
first guy to do it.
I came from the corporate world, so I'm like, how am I supposed to be a human being again? That's how I'm looking at the stream world personally.
So how are you a human being before the corporate world?
Very not likely, just simply because they had a ethos, a mindset they wanted me to, inject in my own being, if that makes any sense.
I mean, they wanted you to bring like your own self to the workplace, not just do the job, but have something about you that was, valuable to the company.
They wanted me to empathize with everybody, if that makes any sense. They wanted me to care on a level that was out of my scope simply because the workflow didn't allow me to empathize with anybody, if that makes any sense.
So you're like a guy who works better from home, working like in your own space, right? So you don't have you can interact with other people at the corporate, like at the business level, but that's about where you need to be for your mental health when you're working.
Exactly. Yes, I need to have that. Yeah.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. Like I work alone, obviously, because I do this. But before I did, like I love working with other people. I like work the opposite way. That's all. But I also get pissed off because they really suck at their jobs.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And how do you deal with that on a daily basis when you're dealing with individuals with their individual mindsets? And it's like, okay, now I got to program myself to deal with this particular situation. I guess on my front, that's how I go about it. But maybe you have a different idea simply because of the line of work you are in, sir.
Well, yeah, man, I just worked to become my own boss and not have anybody I had to ever deal with, like outside of who I chose to deal with.
Right.
And so, when I opened my law office, it was just me, and I would bring in my friends from the community, other business owners and stuff like that. We would strategize about how we could either, cross promote each other's businesses. Mostly we'd sit around, drink scotch, talk politics and religion. But that's how work goes.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, I started doing YouTube, man. And then I get to talk to thousands of people a day. So it's, and they're kind of my coworkers now because without them, I don't have a show.
Exactly. So, yeah. You're good. You're dealing with your audience. You're getting into each other's head on a certain level. Yeah, it becomes a different element once you cross into that YouTube threshold, if you will, the stream threshold. And I just want to know, I personally, for a person who has went into the law for work, so to speak,
yeah,
is that element so far and devolved from the work that you personally had to do on a law level?
I mean, I had to do, it was just a one person firm. So I had to do all the work on the law level. I had to bring in clients. I had to do all the billing. I had to do the administrative stuff. I had to keep this, the calendar. I had to make sure that we hit court deadlines. I had to draft the motions. I had to do the research. I had to argue everything. Yeah, I did all of it from soup to nuts. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of fucking responsibility. And I hate billing people. So when I found out I could make money by talking and educating people and interacting with people, because like I said, I actually do empathize with people and work really well with them. That's just my personality. So when I found out I could do that with tons of people, but also like have control over how I engage them, it was like that was perfect for me. So I never look back.
And then once you found that YouTube, let's say, sort of limelight, that connection with the audience, I can probably understand that that it feels to a person like this is a different level of humanity that you personally have not experienced in your respective work life. But when you're in that level, I guarantee it's like it's almost too encompassing. I would feel if I were in your shoes.
I mean, it's just you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
It's just people, man. It's nothing crazy. People get a little weird. Like I heard you talking before I was on the stream, and it was like, I got stuff to say to Nick Rekieta. And I'm like, me too. Tell that asshole to get on the stream right now.
But yeah, that's how it gets to it, poor Nick. It's just that I got to talk to these people on a human level, whether it be through a stream or any type of Zoom type of call.
Man, far be it from me to judge, but you look like you need to talk to a mattress pretty soon.
It's only a matter of time, but it's only a matter of time.
It always
2
is.
hours.
You're going to make 2 more hours?
I hope, but I have pushed beyond the boundaries of 2 hours when I said that.
Yeah, man, you're doing superhuman work here.
I'm definitely making the opportunity. Go ahead, Stealth.
Sorry, man. The schedule is 2 more hours of this stream. He's on EV Mux or whatever it's called. So 2 more hours of this stream, then he's going to take a break, and then he's going to do another 6 hours. So if you're around at 6 hours time, please come back on. Sorry, Carmen.
Go ahead.
There's no way. How are you? Look, I've seen how this works. Never mind.
I'm definitely going.
He's not doing anything to listen.
I'm going
good
in it as a human interest type of vibe, if that makes sense. A lot of people will see it differently, but I kind of want to just interview people and understand their mindsets, if that makes any sense. If it is in this particular Dabbleverse world, I'm like,
oh God, don't talk to them. You.
That's a level of hell that I don't know if I can go downwards, but
since you're not employed right anymore, I heard you lost your job. Like, I don't mean that in any negative way.
No.
Look, so you got an employment change. What were you doing in the corporate world? Like, now that you're not worried about being doxxed, like job wise, because you're not in it. So what were you like? What field were you in? You just said corporate.
I was in the field of logistics, and that was a particularly interesting world. There was a lot of moving parts. And when I felt like I got...
That's a good joke.
There is, unfortunately. And when it felt like I got the grasp of it, it felt to me personally that there was a little DEI afoot where they got rid of me.
Why aren't you a black woman?
Not quite.
Oh, you should try being one of those. It's awesome.
He's into disco music, though.
Oh, say again there yourself. Go ahead.
He's into disco. He's a disco DJ, though, so he's got a little bit of black in him, I think.
Only on Thursdays, probably.
Yeah, probably. If the time is right, I'll bring the black out. That's for damn sure.
Will you bring it in? That's the real question.
That is, yeah. It's in my heart somewhere deep down. But
that's big, man. I
It
hope you
does.
breathe deep for that one.
It comes out on the DJ level. That's for damn sure. But I digress. But anyway, Nick, I also have to ask you, how many years personally have you been involved in working within law, if I may ask?
Let's see. I graduated law school in 2015. Started work. So I graduated in January, and I started work in. I passed the bar, and I opened my shop in September of 2015. And then I mostly closed shop in 2019. I had a case that lingered through COVID, and then now I don't really practice at all because it's a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
It doesn't pay enough, and it's too much work, and I don't want to do it.
Does the YouTube route feel more productive and more enriching to you personally than it did in the law firm world, if I may ask?
Yeah, man.
It
It's
is.
personally enriching. It's I'm one of the most successful super chat earning YouTube streamers there is. I haven't really done it a bunch lately, but so yeah, I mean it's been really great.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. You made your bones, you worked your way into this world, and you gotta give a man props for putting his mindset out there. So most definitely, Nick, I appreciate you on that level, man. I don't know the ins and outs with Aaron Imholt, so maybe that helps me on some level that I don't know what's going on there. You know what I mean? But can you paraphrase the history between you and one steel toe if you can?
I'm not going to do that. Not here. You can come see that at Hackamania, baby, in Las
There you
Vegas
go.
this weekend.
That's right.
Why would I do that on a live stream of Karmic? No offense, man, but I'm saving all that shit for Hackamania.
So you
People
got
can
some
come and
plans.
hang out with me in person.
Are you going to Hackamania, Nick?
Yeah, I'll be there.
May I ask you a question?
You can ask me any questions, sure.
I'm sorry I've been fucking around on X while you two legends have been talking, but have you answered this already? How did you find Karmic today? How did you get here?
I was just I was in Patrick Melton's chat. They were watching,
Okay.
and I was like, "Who's this guy? He's in
Hey,
Minnesota."
Be careful when you bring up that person's name because you don't know what's going to happen, dude.
Oh, good. Tell me all about him. Tell me about his stupid hump. I'm gonna go ride it in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Patrick Melton put his focus on me, and I'm just returning the favor in kind. You know what I mean? But
What's
I
it like
digress.
having the focus of Patrick Melton on you? Because like that, like that can mean a whole lot of things.
It
Like-
it is a weird it is weird for me personally going into this stream life, and then all of a sudden here I am, a fan of comedy, being wrapped into the. I started out in MLC simply because I was a fan of Kevin Brennan, and that's how I got.
Oh God,
wrapped
why?
A lot of people say that, but I'm one of those oddities that finds Kevin Brennan's humor to be salient, I guess, but I think a lot of people can understand where they look at him with a little adversity, most definitely.
I don't look at him. I don't actually know anything about him at all, other than his name.
Would you go on MLC if Karmic introduced? Because I think you and Kevin would be very, very interesting.
Oh,
No.
God, yeah.
I'm sure it'd be great. No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it depends on my schedule. Dude, if Melton was looking at me and I was you got that hair. You kind of look like a corn dog. I'd be worried.
Who, me? Or
No, not you. You don't look like a corn dog.
I look like a dog.
Yeah, but I said that affectionately.
No.
You gotta love dogs.
I don't take any offense, Nick, and please no offense. When I'm doing on a stream, I don't know what the fuck's going on. My computer's about to blow up. So
I hear you. But in
you
saying
call me
that,
what you like, man. Call me what you like. I'm in Tokyo, so I'm kind of don't give a shit about Dabbleverse shit. So you can.
Yeah, me either.
Come at me, dude. I don't mind.
I have no reason to come at you. I called you dork, literally like, oh, look at this dork. Like I would say that to my wife.
Nick, to be fair, one day maybe we could talk about threesomes over a coffee because I've had my Karmic's DJs I used to like DJ in strip clubs and fetish parties. Actually, I used to be part of organizing fetish
Cool.
parties in Tokyo. So maybe we could reminisce over old times next time you're in Tokyo.
Dude, if I ever get to Tokyo, we'll definitely talk. That'd be
I'll
hilarious.
show you around. I guess
Fuck yeah.
you'll dig it, man. You'll love it. You'll have a good time. I mean, they'll love you over here, Nick. It'll be a shit show when you arrive.
That's the story of my life.
You're tall, right, Nick? You look like a tall dude.
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
Oh, me too. You see, I think tall recognizes tall. I think Karmic's kind of big. He's a real man, so I don't mess with Karmic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he worked with his hands in corporate. Getting those calluses.
No more. No corporate, no more, man. He's out of the mindset right now. He digressed.
You change the oil on the printer every day, like.
Oh,
Fuck
the
you,
toner.
Maytag.
Fuck the printer toner, man.
He digressed out of that mindset, Nick.
That is when Nick said that, I'm like, holy shit. I had PTSD right when he said that. I'm like, oh great, I gotta fix the printer. Oh, it don't work. Well, let me do this. Let me do that. Yeah, there's a lot of that weird element in that corporate environment.
Okay, so I need your help. I'm going to Vegas, and Melton's going to be there, and so I've got to dodge him because I look like a fucking hamburger sometimes. But what do I got to watch out for with this guy? Because I'm told not to trust him. It sounds like you don't trust him.
Well,
So-
I know Melton just from the way he treated me, and he treated me kind of like a little shitty since I became a MLC standby. So I'm just going by that.
God,
Unfortunately,
that's embarrassing, though.
yeah, it sucks.
I wouldn't want
I'm
to
a
be called
fan
that
of
either.
Melton. I used to appreciate the guy, and now he just turned on me for views and publicity. So
Yeah, but that's kind of like Melton calls women whores all the time. Do you think they just start sucking dick like crazy?
yeah,
Like,
just
'cause
drop
Melton
his
made fun-
pants and
Melton
away
made
they
fun of
go.
you. Who cares?
So I like Melton. It's just that he wants to look at me a certain way that kind of goes against the way I'm projecting myself to the world.
He's looking at you in a homosexual way, is what you're saying.
More of like you don't deserve to be here type of way, if that makes sense. Like you don't
Oh
deserve
yeah, he
to
takes
be.
dude, he takes up space. You can't have
Yeah,
people crowding in.
yeah, and I will tell you, if Melton wants to play that game, of course I'm going to return fire like
Yeah,
any
get him.
man. You know what I mean?
Is that what they do? Shit. I missed the memo.
Yeah, me too. I'm just going with my primal instincts on this one.
Mine came with a bra and it said the women's department on it. It's not good.
Not a good thing. That's for damn sure. But Nick, I have no problem with Melton. He just kind of went a little heavy, and I'm just trying to figure out.
Have you seen him? My God, it's like a fucking meteor falling to the ground when he gets out of bed. Of course he went heavy.
He's gravity is his worst enemy. That's for damn sure. But in saying that, I have no problems with the guy. If he has fun from whatever I'm providing to the world, I say by all means. But
Well, yeah, man, you're the monkey, right? Like
I guess
that's one of Aaron's phrases.
I did talk to Aaron tonight for the first time, which was
Oh, I'm
kind
sorry.
of a trip.
Yeah, Aaron would always tell me how to do my show and how to grow my channel. It was amazing.
He seems like a guy who has all the answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I took all of his advice. I've been doing great.
Nick, may I digress, Karmic?
You go ahead.
Sorry, I'm kind of like, so there's somebody. Okay, there's a guy called Rochi from the UK who's kind of like a big deal in the chat, and they want me to. I don't know if I'm getting thrown under the bus here, but they want me to ask you if you drink milk.
Me or Karmic?
You.
I only drink fight milk.
There you go. Okay, well, done and dusted, Rochi. Shout out, Rochi. I've asked Nick the question, and now I will return to watching the Karmic versus Nick stream.
The question has been delivered with gusto. Thank you, Stealth.
Stealth out.
But I digress. But
You gotta
no,
stop digressing, man. I've heard you digress 432 times today.
it never ends. It never ends. If I didn't, this show would be how
4.5 hours long. I mean,
yeah. I have crossed the 6-hour limit. And unfortunately, if of course, if I digress too much, the content will just splitter out and become nothingness.
Karmic. I sent out. I tweeted out that Nick was on the stream. There's a significant bump going on. So thank you very much, Mr. Rekieta.
hey, listen, I stopped doing those significant bumps.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Loose lips and all that. Yeah, Karmic. Yeah, we're doing very nicely right now, Carms.
Indeed, we are. Yes, we are. And thank you, Nick. I appreciate this.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming to talk to whoever the fuck. You know what I mean? So it's cool. I appreciate it, man. And it's cool to point base with people that I've never, in my wildest dreams, would ever talk to. So tip to the hat to Nick Rekieta to show that there is men out there that has balls.
Big ones, giant ones. They drag on the ground. Have to put them in a baldo to keep them into wraps.
That's right.
Devastatingly powerful balls.
You gotta look away when you see those balls. They're just too much.
So Nick, I'm in Tokyo. And I'm out of. Sorry to interrupt the ball talk, gentlemen. I'm in Tokyo and I'm out of everything, right? So I don't know much about you, but one day, I honestly would like to. I would like to find out about you and because, like I said, I did stuff in the fetish. You know, I'm interested in walking on the wild side, as Lou Reed once sang.
Sure.
And looking on, the interesting areas of life. And I never kink shame anybody, never judge anybody for any inclinations that they may have. So one day I would actually, maybe when Karmic is feeling a little bit more, when he hasn't been
sober,
doing this all day. No, well, he was on, he's on he was on another Minnesotan YouTuber of note stream earlier. So one day I would like to delve into your mindset and because you've got my name is Stealth Chaos, right? So I've got this, yin and yang kind of thing. So you've got this whole law image, and then you've got this whole other thing that you have, this whole interesting side. Some would, people might throw barbs at you and try to drag you through the mud. But for me, it's just an interesting side that makes you a more interesting, multifaceted person. But anyway, that's for another story. But yeah, shout out, Nick.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't be opposed. What I do got to do though is I got to get to bed. I got to get back up and be streaming at 8 a.m. I just wanted to say hi to the Minnesota Ed Sheeran over here. I like your leather chair, man. That thing looks cozy as hell.
Everybody does, Nick. It's kind of trending on Twitter right now.
Cozy, but far from practical, unfortunately.
He's getting offers, man. He's getting offers. Do you want to put in an offer for this thing?
If anybody wants this, have at it. 500 will start.
I'm not auctioneering for you, no. No,
I don't have the auctioneering vibe yet, but I do know people who, that type of cattle auctioneering, but I digress.
Not again.
I have to.
Well, man, I gotta run. Look, keep going. I wish you well on your streaming your streaming journey today. It sounds like it's going to be a blast, and try to live through it.
That's all I can do there, Nick. And then thank you for dropping by and having a chat with us. I appreciate it, sir. More than you would ever know.
Good. I hope it takes off.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one.
Good luck, brother. Peace.
Take care. That is cool. Wow.
So this guy, the guy wrote you, I asked the question about the milk, right?
Right.
That guy, he's a friend of Echo Pineapple, right? An English guy, friend of Echo Pineapple. Mm-hmm. And he reckons that if you ask that question, it will get clipped.
What question was that?
It was about milk, whether he drinks milk. I mean, I'm not the white, so
okay.
So I thought
go ahead.
I thought it might be good for the stream if we ask it. So
hey, Karm, Rudy Bega, one of the tops. Hey, Karm, has that ever broke 100 alive because he was close? Dude, I'm looking at it right now. Holy shit.
It's gonna drop off now when they see it's just me.
It was cool.
Now we're in
I
trouble.
mean, I talked to Nick Rekieta. We talked like two men. It was a really fucking trip for me.
He's a good dude, right?
Yeah.
And
And
you're kind of sobered up again now.
well, it's weird. I talked to Aaron Himmeldt earlier and
Yeah, you're doing
talked to him like a human being, and then that dichotomy kind of process. Hey, Stealth, you got pants on, sir? I'll give you.
No, I got pants on, dude. I'm not.
Okay.
I got pants on. Not, you know, it's hot over here, dude. And I got.
Okay.
I got straight out of the shower, so got to get in my yoga pose. Where the fuck is Ashley?